This is Graduate School Finances. This presentation covers three major topics: costs related to applying to graduate school, an overview of common graduate school expenses, and funding opportunities. Graduate school requires an investment in many areas: time, intellectual and emotional capital, and money. Even prior to enrollment, you should understand and budget for the costs associated with applying to school, which may include standardized exam fees, standardized exam preparation, application fees, transcript request fees, interviews, which may include travel, lodging, meals, and professional attire, campus visits, and deposits. A sample table of application expenses is provided here. Some schools offer application waivers based on circumstances, such as if you connect with them at a graduate fair or open house, apply by a certain deadline, or meet certain GPA or standardized exam thresholds. Some career fields have formalized fee assistance programs. These can offset some of the costs of applying by assisting those who, without financial assistance, would be unable to take standardized exams and/or apply to school. Beyond the cost of applying to graduate school, there are of course the expenses associated with enrolling in and completing the program itself. This includes tuition and fees. These can range from $30,000 up to $300,000 for some professions. Graduate tuition is sometimes billed by quarter or semester, and sometimes by credit hour. Books and other course materials or supplies. Costs of living. This includes housing, food, transportation, insurance, and more. Opportunity costs. Especially if you are enrolled in a program full-time, some people consider the hidden costs of time spent away from the job market, such as salary and benefits, retirement contributions, and payment and interest on any outstanding loans from your undergraduate degree. Ultimately, you will want to draft a budget and develop good spending habits. What about help paying for school? There are opportunities, but some look different than undergraduate funding sources. Generally speaking, graduate students may be eligible for federal aid, institutional funding, and external sources of aid. With regard to federal financial aid, the main differences between the undergraduate and graduate level are the loan amounts a student is eligible to borrow, and that parent income information may not be required on the financial aid application. Prospective graduate students are encouraged to file the free application for federal student aid, or the FAFSA, and must do so in order to qualify for federal loan programs. Institutions may also require you to fill out the FAFSA when applying for scholarships or assistantships. Schools may offer merit or need-based scholarships, graduate assistantships, research assistantships, or federal work-study jobs. Conventional academic wisdom related to PhD programs says, unless they're offering full funding, don't do it. But be sure you understand what fully funded really means. Some programs do cover everything: tuition, fees, supplies, housing, and even insurance. Sometimes they offer tuition only. But realize that even though you are not paying money, you often do pay in your time, teaching or doing research. In some cases, you may need to help apply for grants to support your research. Students may also seek private loans from a lending institution or bank of your choice, and scholarships supported by community foundations and professional organizations. If you work in certain fields, you may be eligible to have some portion of your loans forgiven. Examples include the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, National Health Service Corps Scholarship, and the Federal Teach Grant. These programs require a service commitment to low-income areas or nonprofit organizations. The Armed Forces Health Profession Scholarship Program is another example of a service commitment program. In some cases, employers may offer tuition benefits or reimbursement programs to attract and retain employees. Benefits vary greatly based on the industry and the individual company, but it may be worth exploring depending on your timeline for graduate school. There are many ways to get more information about funding at the graduate school level. Two of your best resources will be financial aid offices at both current and future institutions, as well as admission representatives at prospective institutions. For specific programs, including the service and loan forgiveness programs, contact them directly for eligibility requirements. In this presentation, we have covered general information about graduate school expenses and funding sources, but you will likely need to do more research based on your chosen field of study, individual situation, and professional goals. For more information or one-on-one assistance with graduate or professional school applications, please reach out. Visit our website, contact us via email or phone, schedule an appointment on Zags Ignite, or stop by and see us on campus. We are located on the main floor of the Crosby Center at Career and Professional Development.